Imagine checking into a hotel in downtown Los Angeles. You unpack your bags, maybe grab a drink of water, and settle down into your room. But what if I told you that for weeks, the water running down from your tap came with a sickly taste? This will make sense in a bit, but this is the true, chilling story of Elisa Lam and the infamous Cecil Hotel. A case so bizarre, so unsettling, that even years later, people can't stop asking what really happened inside those walls. Before Elisa Lam even set foot inside, the Cecil Hotel was already infamous. Built in 1927, the hotel was intended to be a glamorous destination for business travelers and tourists in booming Los Angeles. But within just a few years, the Great Depression crushed that dream. The Cecil slipped into decline. Surrounded by Skid Row and the growing underbelly of the city, it became a haven for crime, violence, and tragedy. Between the 1930s and 1960s, the hotel earned a reputation as the suicide capital, with numerous guests leaping from its windows. One woman, Pauline Otone, threw herself from the 9th floor in 1962, only to land on a pedestrian below, killing them both instantly. The Cecil seemed to swallow lives, but suicides weren't the only horrors. Serial killers like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, made the Cecil his home base while terrorizing Los Angeles. Guests recalled Ramirez wandering the hallways in blood-stained underwear. In the 1990s, Austrian serial killer Jack Unterweger also stayed there, strangling women with their own bras during his killing spree. The walls of this place absorbed darkness, as if the building itself were cursed. By the time Elisa Lam booked her stay in 2013, the Cecil was already a legend of death. Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old student from Vancouver, Canada. Her posts ranged from book reviews to reflections on life and struggles with mental health. But behind her bright mind, Elisa battled bipolar disorder and depression. She was open about her struggles, about feeling overwhelmed by the world, about her fears of never being enough. Her family, deeply supportive, worried about her traveling alone. But Elisa wanted independence. In July 2013, she decided to take a solo trip along the west coast of the United States. She visited San Diego, San Francisco, and planned to see Los Angeles before heading to Santa Cruz. For her, it was a journey of self-discovery and freedom. Los Angeles was just one stop on her trip, and she chose the Cecil Hotel because it was affordable and located downtown. On July 26, 2013, Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel. Initially, she shared a room with other guests in a hostel-style setup, but those guests complained about her odd behavior. Reports say she would leave strange notes, act paranoid, and sometimes talk to herself. The hotel decided to move her into a private room. For a few days, Elisa explored Los Angeles. She visited bookstores, cafes, and cultural sites. She called her parents daily to check in, a routine that reassured them. But suddenly, the calls stopped. On January 31, Elisa failed to check out of the hotel. Her parents grew alarmed when they couldn't reach her and reported her missing. The LAPD began their investigation, searching the hotel and surrounding neighborhoods. Flyers with Elisa's photo were posted all around the city. Police dogs scoured the premises but found nothing. She had simply vanished into thin air. The case might have remained just another missing persons file until the police released a piece of evidence that shook the world. On February 13, 2013, the LAPD released surveillance footage of Elisa inside one of the hotel's elevators. What the world saw was unsettling beyond words. In the footage, Elisa enters the elevator and presses multiple buttons. The doors remain open, strangely unresponsive. She steps cautiously out, then darts back in, hiding against the wall as if someone is following her. She peeks out again, then presses herself into the corner, almost trembling. Her hands wave in strange, erratic motions, finger twisting in ways that seem unnatural. At times, her movements resemble someone signaling to an invisible presence. Finally, she steps out of the elevator, her body jerking with odd gestures, as if caught in some trance. The elevator doors close behind her, long after she's gone. This would be the last known sighting of Elisa Lam. The video went viral, spreading like wildfire across YouTube and social media. Millions of people became armchair detectives overnight, analyzing every frame. Was Elisa hiding from someone? Was she hallucinating? Or was something paranoid unfolding behind our eyes? The elevator video wasn't just eerie, it was terrifying because it gave us a glimpse of Elisa in her final moments, alive but clearly in distress, while offering no answers at all. As police searched, hotel guests began to complain. The water tasted odd. It came out dark, murky, and foul-smelling. Some reported it ran black for a few seconds before clearing. Others said the pressure was nearly gone. On February 19, 2013, a maintenance worker climbed to the roof to check the water tanks. What he found was horrifying. The naked body of Elisa Lam floating face up inside one of the tanks. Her clothes were nearby, soaked and drifting in the water. Her body had been decomposing for weeks, the same water that guests had been drinking, bathing in, and brushing their teeth with. The discovery shocked the world. How had she ended up in the tank? The rooftop was supposed to be locked and alarmed, accessible only to staff. The tanks themselves were massive, heavy, and difficult to climb into, yet somehow, Elisa was inside. Her autopsy report only deepened the mystery. There were no signs of trauma or assault. Toxicology showed only her prescribed medications. No drugs, no alcohol. The official cause of death, accidental drowning, but nothing about this case felt accidental. The Elisa Lam case remains one of the most debated mysteries of modern true crime. Several theories attempted to explain what happened. The most widely accepted theory is that Elisa experienced a severe bipolar episode, possibly with hallucinations. Her behavior in the elevator video supports this. It's possible she climbed onto the roof herself, entered the tank, and drowned. Some believe Elisa was murdered, but how could a killer bypass the alarms and locks, carry a body to the rooftop, and lift the heavy tank lid without leaving evidence? No DNA, no fingerprints, no signs of struggle. Paranormal theorists point to the Cecil Hotel's cursed history. Was Elisa under the influence of something beyond this world? Some point to the video's unsettling gestures, claiming she was interacting with an unseen entity. Others note eerie coincidences, like a tuberculosis outbreak on Skid Row at the time, the test for which was bizarrely named the Lame Elisa. No theory fully explains what happened, and that's what keeps the case alive in the public imagination. Elisa Lam's death left a scar on her family, her community, and the countless strangers who became obsessed with her story. Her parents sued the hotel, arguing it had failed to provide safety measures. The case was dismissed, but the controversy lingered. The Cecil Hotel, already infamous, gained even darker notoriety. Tourists flocked to it, treating it as a morbid landmark. It eventually shut down, rebranding as the Stay on Main in a desperate attempt to bury its cursed reputation, yet the stigma never faded. Elisa's story has inspired documentaries, podcasts, books, and endless online debates. Netflix Crime Scene: The Vanishing of the Cecil Hotel reignited interest in 2021, bringing the case back into the spotlight. What draws people in is not just the mystery, it's the haunting imagery. A young woman, full of life, captured on camera behaving so strangely, only to be found dead in such an impossible place. It feels like the script of a horror movie written by fate itself. The elevator footage still chills viewers to the bone, and the unanswered questions echo louder with time. The truth may never be known, but one thing is certain: the walls of the Cecil Hotel have seen too much death, too much darkness, to ever be forgotten.